All right, guys, welcome back to another What Sold Weekend Edition video. These are my sales from Friday until Monday when I'm filming this. Let's get into it. So first item that sold is a Fish Live in Brooklyn concert DVD. This sold for $12.74 with free shipping. I've had this for maybe like 2 years. I can't remember. I picked it up at a yard sale with a few other Fish DVDs, CDs, whatever. And it was like a bulk thing. I didn't pay a lot for them, but I can't remember exactly what I paid. Next is a pair of women's briefs. These I paid 50 cents for back in June. Finally got them listed. They sold right away for $19.99 with free shipping. The brand is Wacol, I don't know, however you pronounce that. All right, next is, this is from my big Longaberger haul. If you guys have been watching these videos, I've spoken about this. I bought a whole, like 15-foot trailer full of Longaberger, plus a carload. Always got to add that. At the beginning of July, and still have some to list, but it's been steadily moving for me. Anyway, these both of these sold to the same buyer for $12 a piece plus shipping. Next is a Lana and Lino Fair Isle Nordic wool blanket. It's new with the tags. This came from an auction lot that I won. And I was pleasantly surprised when I looked this blanket up. I was like, wow. Now I will say I have had this for almost 2 years, but that is fine because it was like a bonus. It was a bonus in the auction box. And I will tell you guys, anybody who's new, if you have like, you know, an auction house next to you that does like box lots and stuff like that, that is a phenomenal way to learn when you are getting started. Because way back in the day, I used to do a lot of box lot auctions, and it was in person. Now a lot of stuff is not in person anymore, but there are still some. Anyway, I used to do a lot of box lots. You know, you will buy a box because you want maybe 1 or 2 items, and then you're stuck with the rest. And then sometimes you look it up and you're like, oh, wow. I mean, I learned so much through the years from doing that. So anyway, same instance with this blanket. It was kind of like just something extra that was with everything else, and it turned out to be a really nice surprise. And I don't care that I sat on it for over a year. That my business model works like that. I don't mind. There is something always selling. So anyway, moving on to the next item. We have a Minton, can't speak today. Bone china Vanessa cigarette holder and coaster dish set. So I don't know if you fit like a pack of cigarettes in there. I'm not real sure what's going on with this set. I mean, clearly it's an older set because I don't think anything is sold geared towards smoking nowadays. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, maybe a coaster for your coffee and something to hold your cigarettes. I don't know. But this sat for a while because it's just one of those things. It sat for a while. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it's finally sold for $15 plus shipping. All right. I have my elbow rest here. Some DVD recording discs or whatever. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Not like you need to know that. All right, okay. Making sure I didn't skip over something. Next is a Longaberger Pottery Butternut Yellow Square Berry Bowl, sold for $25 plus shipping. This actually did not come from my recent purchase. This came from another one. I think over the winter, this came from one of my local connections. So yeah, if you're watching this, Cheryl, you know it came from you. Okay, anyway, moving on. Next, and I don't remember, we did like a bulk price for everything. All right, next is a set of books, Holly Black series. I think these came maybe from a yard sale or a rummage sale. If I can find sets of paperbacks, I will pick those up if they're cheap enough, because they usually do sell for a decent amount, you know, as a lot. I mean, depending though on the series or whatever. But anyway, and sometimes they do sit for a little while. But anyway, I probably paid about 50 cents for these, I imagine, and they sold for $24 plus shipping. Next is a 2014 tree trimming collection from Longaberger, a little stocking basket. They make these with different lids. Certain lids are more desirable because they're a little more rare than others. This I took a best offer of $105 plus shipping, and this was a good one. And this did come out of my recent Longaberger haul purchase, I should say. All right, next is a Mikasa Discovery Blue Thunder Teapot. This I picked up recently at a rummage sale. It was my second rummage sale of the day. It's a few videos back. I picked this up for either $4 or $5. When I picked it up, I thought it looked unique. I thought it was something that, you know, I could sell. I couldn't make out the writing on the bottom, but finally figured out what it was, got it listed, and it sold pretty quick for $49.99 plus shipping. All right, next is another Longaberger basket. This is a Yuletide gift tree trimming basket, multicolor, little on the rare side. It is a smaller basket with, you know, the tree trimming baskets are typically smaller baskets. So anyway, this sold for $64.99 plus shipping. So awesome. I'm telling you, some Longaberger baskets are still worth keeping an eye out for, guys. I mean, a lot of them, to be honest. All right, next is 4 Laufer Magnum Place Oval Soup Spoons. I had another set of 4 of these. They sold way back. I actually purchased a whole set for $30 in Jersey. I parted it all out. The teaspoons, I think, sold for like $80 per 4, and they would have even would have sold for more had they not been really, really like scratched up. You can tell by even this photo, they are super scratched up. Like someone used these to death, but this is a very good, desirable pattern. So I still priced them high, even in the condition they were in, and now everything has sold. But yeah, I would have priced it crazy high had they been in like mint condition. All right, next is a Palm handheld, kind of like a, what do you call these things? Like it's like on the tip of my tongue, like a personal organizer kind of thing, which I feel like you can do most things, you know, like on your smartphone, but some people still like to buy these maybe to keep work-related things separate from their personal life. I don't know, whatever the reason is. I ended up paying about $4 for this at a yard sale probably about a month or so ago, and I took a best offer of $35 plus shipping. I actually sent the offer. When I'm showing you these sales, like usually if it has a line through it, I've accepted the offer. This is showing the full price, but I know that I sent the offer. The buyer said, you know, would you take this or that or whatever, and I sent the offer. So that is the story with that. Anyway, not too shabby. Next is a Longaberger Homestead liner. This sold for $14.99 with free shipping. This actually went with the 2 white square kind of bowls. Same buyer purchased this as well. This actually came from a different Longaberger lot. I can't even tell you how many Longaberger lots I've purchased at this point, but it's been quite a few. None as big as the recent one, though. Okay. Next is, I think I had one of these last week, or maybe it was the week before in that video, but this is my second Ralph Lauren candle, holiday candle to sell for $40 plus shipping. I spent, I think it was $13 per candle at an estate sale, which was also a few videos back. All right, next is the boots, the Walmart boots. These have been in videos recently too. These suckers are selling, especially now with the fall coming up. We got boot season coming up. Anyway, $3 I paid at Walmart. $19 plus shipping is what they sold for, or this particular pair. I have different sizes and stuff. I do have to say I have to go through my inventory and make sure I update sizes and stuff, because I had one guy like buy a couple pair and then ended up canceling, and they won't automatically relist when you have variations in a listing. So I do have to do that, and it's a super pain in the butt. So I wish there was like an easier way. Okay, next is two Homer Laughlin dinner plates, scarlet red check, America's Diner pattern. Got my phone here because I knew I was going to forget something as far as what I accepted for an offer. I took an offer of $25 for these plus shipping. I purchased a whole stack. Some were blue, some were red, some were striped. And they sat for a while before I listed them. I listed them like last winter. Now I think I have one plate left. So not too bad. I know I didn't pay too much for the lot. These sold for $25 plus shipping, if I didn't say that. Okay, next is a lot of 6 Boyd's basket berries. New in boxes. I don't pick up Boyd's if I see them. Like, I don't pick up Boyd's, but these were in with my Longaberger lot. The woman who previously owned the stuff was a consultant, and she had like all of these other little like accessories that, you know, she would sell, I guess, if people wanted to buy them, or maybe she would bundle them, or I don't know what she did with them, but she had a whole thing going on. Like, she was like Longaberger queen. I can tell that from this inventory. Anyway, so I lotted these up. I also made a lot of 9, and I think I have enough to make maybe like a lot of like 3 or 4 left, which I do have to list those. I do have the 9 listed. Anyway, these sold for $25 plus shipping. I am chatting away, and I have to make it to my FedEx drop off very, very soon. So I need to get on the ball here. All right. Next is an Ikea Blackout curtain pair, dark turquoise. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale, and probably, I don't know, a couple months back, sold for $49.99 with free shipping. Next is a Quacker Factory red cardigan sweater, size large. This sold for, here we go again, $22 plus shipping. This was a recent pickup, but I don't remember where it came from. Okay, next is another Longaberger sale from this huge lot, and it is a set of 4 sunflower coasters. These sold for $19.99 plus shipping. All right, and then we have some Adams Lancaster fruit dessert sauce bowls, a set of 4. These are like on the rarer side, and I took a best offer of $60 plus shipping. I mean, these are like little tiny bowls, so that is awesome. I purchased this whole set at a thrift store for, I think, like $28, and parted it out, and it's just all been selling. I like finding this pattern. Okay, next, this was from my Georgia trip. When Michelle and I went to Georgia back in March, I want to say, for the Peaches to the Beaches, however many mile yard sale it was. Anyway, I paid 50 cents a plate. This was in one of my videos. I did a couple down there in Georgia. And this sold for a best offer. This particular one sold on a best offer of $22 plus shipping. I priced them high because I didn't really know what to price them at. They kind of stunk. I think it might be this one. Really weird, unpleasant smell, but I did note that in the listing. I said it has an odor to it. You can see it right here. Has an odor to it, could use a cleaning. Yeah, a very unpleasant odor. But anyhow, 50 cents into $22, not too shabby. Same buyer bought the second one, also paid 50 cents for that, and that one sold for $40 plus shipping. So I don't know, that one must have been more desirable, probably because of the Georgia peach, maybe. I mean, it is more aesthetically pleasing than the other one. So, okay, moving on. I just said I got to get out of here, and I'm still chatting away. I'm chatty today. All right, next is a Jim Shore Wonder Beneath the Star lighted Holy Family Nativity kind of thing. I paid either $10 or $15 for this at a sale a couple months ago. I purchased two from the same man, and I know he wanted 15 a piece, but I'm pretty sure I did some kind of a bundle. I know I did, because I was like, no, I'm not paying that. I sold the other one as well, but it sold for a lot cheaper. Anyway, this one sold on best offer, $85 plus shipping. All right, then we have, this was another Walmart clearance item. I've had this for a little while. Nickelodeon Paw Patrol backpack. I paid $1 for it. I actually have 2 others left. I had 5 of them, I guess. I sold 3. I have 2 left. Sold for $9.88 plus shipping. Love multi-quantity. They just kind of sell whenever they want, but that's great. And usually after the first one sells, you get a good streak, but not all the time, because some sold and then I didn't sell any for quite a while. But a backpack is also kind of seasonal for the most part, especially like a child's backpack like that. All right, anyway, next is also from the big haul, set of 4 Longaberger pottery woven traditions green cereal bowls, new in the box. These sold for $79.99 plus shipping. All right, then we have Little House Needleworks. Right before COVID hit, I hit a phenomenal estate sale. All the locals were there. All of the locals were there. I think I went 3 days of this sale. It was a dream. I bought bags and bags and bags of Crossstitch. So many sold right away, because when COVID hit, it was like the perfect thing. People are like, yes, we're going to sit here and just stitch away for months. And they just kept buying and buying. And so anyway, I sold a ton of cross-stitch kits, but of course I still have stragglers. And I sold 3 of them. These were just tiny kits. These were not like anything real crazy. I had some really great ones, but these sold for $11.99 plus shipping. I sold 3 to the same buyer. So we have this one, basically the same. They're all Little House, just different, kind of joyful, caring, and whatever. So 3 of these. So not too shabby. Super. I love selling cross stitch. They're so easy, like just all around, to list, to ship, to store. Everything about them is like phenomenal, but they're not quite selling like they used to. All right. Next is 4 Calvin Klein York dinner knives. These sold for $23 plus shipping. I feel like I have 1 set left. I'm going to have to look into that because it says I'm out of stock, but I'm pretty sure that I do have one more set of these. So I don't know how that happened. Anyway, I purchased a lot of these, parted it out like I normally do with flatware. And, I think it's all gone now except for 1 set of knives, which I'll have to look into relisting. Anyway, this turned out to be a phenomenal pattern, this York pattern. And these, again, were not even in great condition. And they sold so well. Knives always sell the least out of like any pattern, it seems. But I mean, like I sold some of the forks and spoons for like over $100 for like a lot of 4 of them, and really, really, really sweet. Okay, got to get out of here. Keep looking at the clock. I'm like, I'm pushing it. All right, next is another Owl salt and pepper shaker set. This sold for $27.99 plus shipping. You guys have been watching me for a while. You know, I picked up a whole bunch of these at the flea market, and then I made a connection with the man. He called me back, went to wherever it was. I don't know if it was like his job or whatever, and purchased another lot from him. So I actually saw him this past weekend at the flea market, and I'm like, did you find any more of those? He was like, no, only empty boxes. I was like, oh man, that's a bummer. So anyway, yeah, continuing to sell this kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. All right, next is, and I paid, I guess it averages to about $4 a box is what I spent on those. Okay, next is a Coco and Carmen faux fur animal cow print poncho cape shawl, 1 size. I purchased this at a townwide in June. I think I paid $10 for this. I could be wrong, but I feel like I paid 10 bucks for it. I thought it was just so cool. I love animal prints. And I took a best offer of $40 plus shipping. Okay, next is a Polo Ralph Lauren Windbreaker jacket. I sold this for best offer of $35 plus shipping. Yesterday it actually sold, I took an offer of $30 yesterday. And right after I accepted, maybe like 2 hours after I accepted, the man, he sends me a message and he's like, "What are you doing? The address isn't even right. I didn't purchase this." Like, he was like, you could feel the attitude in the message. And I was like, oh. So I messaged him back and I'm like, okay, listen, I can cancel this order for you, but check your account because someone clearly made this offer through your eBay account. So, like, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm not out there wielding some magical force to just put things in people's carts and check out with them. So, I don't know. Anyway, it sold again this morning for a better offer of $35 plus shipping. And this I've spoke about before. I purchased a lot of Ralph Lauren t-shirts or polo shirts, and this for I think $10. I know $10, but I think it was like maybe around 6 or 7 pieces. So not too shabby. All right. Next, we're almost done here. Next is 2 Balinese peacock dancers. These are like wooden, they're carved. I actually stopped at a little thrift store in Westfield, New Jersey after the Greek rummage sale a few weeks ago. And I was like trying to film in there. I was trying to get a video, but there was really like nothing in there except for these. I walked out with these. I did pay $10 a piece, so that's $20 for the pair. And I took a best offer of $100 this morning plus shipping. I just loved everything about these, like the coloring, just the look of them. Like I knew someone was going to love these. I knew someone had to have these for their house. So really cool sale. Really happy with that. Okay, next, this was in a recent video. I picked this up for $15 at a local yard sale, and it sold this morning for $119 plus shipping. I did test it out, made sure that, you know, the main motor worked and everything else. I put the video in the listing because that's the one thing when you're buying stuff like this at a yard sale, you know, I always feel like you do have to kind of bargain a little because you don't know if it's going to work once you get it home. I mean, I could still have sold, you know, the other pieces for a profit, but anyway, nice profit on that item. And then lastly, we have a Joseph Bank dinner jacket. I paid $5 for this somewhere in Jersey a couple months ago, and it sold. I sent a best offer of $30 plus shipping on this. There's a little tiny hole in the sleeve, but you know, that's in the listing and everything, and should work out for the buyer. So anyway, that is going to wrap up another What Sold Weekend Edition, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. It was another good weekend of sales, and now I got to get my butt over to the FedEx drop off. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.